Hello everyone, my name is Sniping is Fun, and I welcome you back to the next video here on my YouTube channel. It is going to be a top 10 video, but it's not going to be a return to my top 10 series I used to do a few years ago. Even though it is a top 10, which I find really weird to specify as in the same category, but not the exact same category as my videos back then. Those are coming hopefully sometime this year. We'll be getting back to my top 10s and other lists outside of the 5 lists, which we'll be returning eventually to by the summer. But it is a top 10, so yes, it is and it isn't a top 10 list in terms of my old school, years ago top 10 list, but same thing either or, whatever way you want to call it, it's a top 10, so let's get it started. It is my top 10, as of now, most looked forward to currently, 9th generation video games. We have the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X coming out at the end of the year. The Switch came out a few years ago. Nintendo, Sony, and PlayStation, their 9th gen consoles. The generation started a few years ago with the Switch. Now it's come full circle. We're getting the other systems. And these are the top 10 games I'm currently looking for on these 3 systems. Does that mean I'm going to be buying all 3 systems? I don't know for sure. I have not owned an Xbox since the OG original Xbox. I have played a lot of 360. I play a lot of Xbox One. I'm not sure about the Series X, but there's games on it that I am interested in. I am going to get a PlayStation 5 at some point, and I already have a Nintendo Switch. These are going to be my top 10 games I'm currently most looking forward to. And I have this other phone here because I have the list on my Facebook page, and it will help me go in order of the games and whatnot. So let's get this started. And now, could there be other games on this list as they get announced? And I could switch some of these games out. Yes, there's a few games on this list that I'm looking forward to, but they're kind of not my most look forward to games. So if something else comes out and gets announced, and those are more interesting, I'm more looking forward to them. Some of these entries on this list might get knocked off. But as of now, these are my top 10 as far as I know in terms of current Switch releases and what's currently announced for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So let's get started. Surprisingly enough, my number 10 is an Xbox game. It's going to be Halo Infinite. I actually really love the Halo series. I played Combat Evolved and Halo 2 on the original Xbox a whole heck of a lot with my friends and my cousins who had 360s. I played a lot of 3 and like ODST and Reach and whatnot. I do love the series. It's one of my favorite first-person shooter series of all time. I just haven't played a whole lot of the more recent games because I haven't personally owned an Xbox lately. But the whole Master Chief character and the universe and the story and the futuristic space shooter, I do like it a lot. And it does look like it's going to be a pretty good Halo game. So even if I don't personally buy myself an Xbox, I'm sure my cousin, Vito, and Patrick are probably going to buy an Xbox, and I'm sure I'll be able to have a chance to play it at some point. So there you go. Number 9 on the Switch, Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm not super into the Persona and Shin Megami Tensei games. I've played a few Shin Megami Tenseis here and there and a few Personas, but it's very minor. In terms of JRPGs, it's one of the JRPG series I've played like the least, but I've been wanting to get into more. And I'm looking forward to a mainline Shin Megami Tensei game coming back to a Nintendo home console. I'm looking forward to whenever they can finally announce some information on it. And if they can make it at least fun, Shin Megami Tensei 4 is pretty fun on 3DS, and then the Persona games, and just make it a really fun JRPG game that a lot of people are going to want to play on the Switch and buy Switches for. I'm looking forward to it. I'm at least semi-intrigued to put more time and effort into an RPG series that I've been wanting to for years put some time into. I just haven't done it, and we still don't have any concrete information really on this game except that it's coming, it's announced, and hopefully sooner or later we get some more information on it. Number 8 is Outriders on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. It's like a future... Was it futuristic? What is Outriders again? I can't believe I literally am blanking on this game. Give me 1 second. Come on. Oh crap. I know what I'm doing. There we are. Outriders. I have it on the list and I totally blanked on what it was. Outriders game. It's a shooter, I know that much. It's like a space RPG-ish shooter. Third-person shooter developed by people. It's basically a Square Enix. It's developed by People Can Fly and published by Square Enix. So it's basically a Square Enix third-person space sci-fi shooter type game. I think it's pretty cool. It actually looks really cool, and I like I said, it falls into the same camp as Halo Infinite. Space shooters are really fun, and third-person shooters, I like a good chunk of third-person shooters. It sounds like it's gonna be a really fun game. Okay. Number 7 is another space shooter. I went from Halo Infinite, then Outriders. Metroid Prime 4. It's just kind of like Shin Megami Tensei, except a little bit less so. I have put some time into some Metroid games, and I do like Metroid games. I'm just not the biggest fan like a lot of old school and even new school Metroid, Nintendo fans are. There's a lot of people out there that are super diehard Metroid fans. I own a good chunk of the series and played a good chunk of the series, but I'm not super into it like a lot of people are, because I especially grew up with it. I like the Prime games a little bit. I got the Metroid 2 remake on the 3DS, and I played a little bit of Super, and I could never get anywhere in the original Metroid because I suck at that. But I do like the series, and I love that Nintendo and Retro are finally bringing back the Metroid Prime series, which a lot of people for years wanted to see a fourth one. We're finally going to get to see that whenever they finally announce some information on it, and I am semi-interested in it. Not as much as a lot of other fans out there are, but I'm interested in it. That's number 7. Number 6 is Godfall on the PlayStation 5. It's like a fantasy action, like godlike, type game. It looks fantastic graphically, and the concept and what the gameplay could be. I'm actually super intrigued for a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's probably the PlayStation 5 exclusive that's pretty much pulling me towards the PlayStation 5 at this point. And it looks really good. Number 5 is Scarlett Nexus, which is on the Xbox X and the PlayStation 5. It is a Namco RPG. I love the Tales franchise. You should know by now I love JRPGs and RPGs in general. It is an awesome looking anime Namco RPG, and loving the Tales franchise, I'm going to love this no matter if it's more of an action style, which I think it is, or turn-based, or whatever the hell it is. It looks freaking fantastic graphically. The concept, the story, the characters look really good, and since I love Tales, I know I'm going to love that. That is number 5. Number 4 will be Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. I love me Assassin's Creed. I have not played every single game on the series, especially the more recent ones, even though I've downloaded them all on the PlayStation 4 now and I've been playing those. I've been trying to play through the more recent entries in the series, because the last time I really played the series was Black Flag. I've been downloading since the sale was going on since the beginning of the year. But I love Assassin's Creed. I love the whole history aspect of it, the gameplay, the characters and stories and whatnot, the Templars and the Assassins Guild, and all that stuff. I really like it. And this is Vikings. It's going to be really freaking fantastic, and it is the pretty much PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X game I'm looking forward to the most, which kind of gives you a concept of what the top 3 are on this list as a Nintendo fan. Number 3 goes to Bayonetta 3. I loved the first Bayonetta. I love the second Bayonetta. It is a fun Platinum game series. I'm looking forward to them when they finally show some information on the freaking thing. Number 2, No More Heroes 3. Same thing as Bayonetta. I love the No More Heroes franchise. Travis Touchdown, Sylvia, Henry, Shinobu, all the characters, Destroy Man, the gameplay, the music, the storylines, the worlds, the concept, the art style. I have loved every one of those things since I played the first one on the Wii back in around 2008. I played 2. I played Travis Strikes Again. I'm looking forward to it a lot. And number 1, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, the sequel to Breath of the Wild on the Switch. I actually really loved the first Breath of the Wild. It was a really fun game. It was unique, it was different, it was enough Zelda formula, but also changed it up, which I do think the series needed. And it's cool to see Zelda games that are not entirely the same, and they try something new and different. It's not like the old style is gone. They did the remake of Link's Awakening, and I'm sure we're going to get all the temples and old school Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, A Link to the Past style games still in the future. But I think the Breath of the Wild style is pretty much here to stay in it. They're going to take what they did in the first one and improve upon it, probably add more story with the whole Ganondorf thing and whatnot. It looks like it's going to be interesting, and I think the story will be, for those of you that like Zelda games with more story, I think this one is going to be more story driven. And that's my top 10 9th generation games I'm most looking forward to currently. Like I said, any entry on that list, at least the bottom half of it, could be easily kicked out if they announce like a freaking F-Zero or a Time Splitters or the next freaking, like a freaking Soul Calibur or, anything. Any game I'm super interested in. New Mega Man even. Anything that comes back that I'm super more interested, or they announce some new entries, new IPs that look more interesting, and they could be on the list. But as of now, those are my top 10, and they are... What happened? The phone just went... Okay, cool. Number 10, Halo Infinite. Number 9, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Number 8, Outriders. Number 7, Metroid Prime 4. 6, Godfall. 5, Scarlett Nexus. 4, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 3 Bayonetta 3, 2 No More Heroes 3, and 1 The Breath of the Wild sequel. That's my list. Hope you guys liked it. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day. I'll see you later in the next video. Bye.